Hey all, what a BGs. Um, I am going to talk to you guys about stretching and the do's and the don'ts of stretching and what's good about stretching, what's like the upsides of stretching, the downsides of stretching. Excuse me. And yeah, and I don't know if I'm gonna do it in this video or not, but look out for a plug collection video. So yeah, I'll probably upload that after I'm done with this. So yeah, here it goes. Well, let me take a bite of my grilled cheese real quick. Before, um, I started stretching in the summer of 2013, and I did that by buying like $20 worth of tapers and plugs, like like one of these little guys. That's one of the tapers I had, and then these would be one of the plugs that I had first bought off of a friend who didn't need them anymore because she was already at twos, I think. I don't know, zeros. But yeah, I bought like a whole set from 12s up to 6s for like $20. And I was like, holy shit, yes. So I started stretching then. And I didn't really have any complications. Except for like when I first put in the 12s, it like swelled up. My ears swelled up and it got infected overnight. Yeah, that's how that happened. And so yeah. So I kept on stretching. Everything went well. I had these 6 plugs. Well, I don't have the plugs, but I had 6s in for a little while. These little guys. And that, because like I didn't have the money to get 4s and stuff. And then another friend of mine was like, "Oh, here, you can have my old 4s." There's like a little gem in them. They're like 4 like little black tapers. And this is going into like freshman year. That'd been my freshman year. So like 2013, maybe around September, October. Um, I had I had thrown my 4s in the middle of history class. Well, because I had gotten really bored, and my teacher was just like giving a big ass lecture, and I just went for it. I was like, you know what, fuck it. I took out my 6s. I took some saliva, and I threw my 4s in. Didn't hurt at all. I was like, yes. And I kept on stretching them. After 4s, what was it for? 2s? Yeah, 2s. Excuse me. Like, it was months after, like maybe December, October 2013. And I had bought, was it? I don't know. Yeah. And I had bought a taper plug set of 2s and 0s. I put the 2s in, like, in the car as we were going home. And then, I mean, it didn't hurt that bad. The pain scale was, it was, eh. And then, and then later that day I got really bored, so I had tried to put in the plugs. At this time I didn't know shit about stretching. I mean, I didn't know anything about stretching until I got up to 9/16, honestly. Anyway, yeah, I was just like, I got bored, so I threw in the plugs. It hurt like hell. I went to my dad's house that weekend. They got infected terribly. I came home. I had to downsize back to fours, and then yeah, sorry, I like kind of blanked out. I had to downsize to fours, and then I waited like a couple weeks, and I went back up. I was like, okay, I'm fine, and I stayed at twos for a month or so. And I went up to zeros. Oh fuck, that hurt like hell. Uh, I think zeros are the one. Is that's the stretch that fucks everyone's ears over. Like rips your ear. Oh god, it's terrible. Anyway, I'm gonna take another bite of my grilled cheese. It rips the shit out of your ear. And yeah, it's all downhill from there. So, that hurt. I had to downsize back to twos, and then I waited a little bit, went back up. My ears were already ripped, so it didn't really matter. It didn't hurt that much going back up to zeros. And then, again, a couple months went by, and I stretched up to double zeros in the shower before school. Before school, it hurt a little because the part where the O-ring is supposed to go around, like my ear got stuck into the because I got these plugs from Spencer's, and here I have a set of fours. Like the indent for it, it's like really thick. Like it's deep. My ear got stuck in that. I cried in the shower, literally. And so yeah, that happened. And I stayed at double zeros. I mean, it didn't really uh, affect my ears that much. It just hurt. No infection, no tearing, anything. It just hurt. Yeah, that happened. I left those in for another month or so, and I went up to comes up to 7/16. That's right. Yeah, 7/16. I had gotten a pair. I got a pair of clear 7/16 tapers for like right before that Christmas. Was that? Yeah, it was like because I got a bunch of money from my stepdad for Christmas, and he gives it to like a week before because that's when he gets paid, and that's how that worked out. And I had those in for a little bit. I went I went to my grandma's Christmas dinner like I do every year, and then my cousins were like, "Oh my god, they're so big!" And I had like these big long tapers just hanging out my ear and like this, playing with them, and my cousin was like, "Take them out. I want to see what it looks like." I took it out, and she's like, "Ew, can I put my finger in it?" I was like, "Yeah, go for it." Yeah, that's how that worked out. That's how that went. Um, and then I got a pair of green silicone tunnels, like similar to similar to these, but these are 7/8. Anyway, but they were not 7/16, and I love those things. I had them in for a while. Then I decided to go up to half inch. Wait, da da da. Oh, shit, da da da. Half inch tapers. I bought these online at Hot Topic. Around January, February 2014, and it was like the taper plug set. I had got them. I don't have the plugs right now, but I had gotten the plugs, and one was smaller than the other. I was pissed. Anyway, so that's how that went. Um, I left them in for a little bit, and did I tape up to 9/16? I did not. Um, what I had did to get up to 9/16, like I just kept on tugging on my ears and stuff in class, and when I got bored, I had gotten a pair of skin tone plugs in 9/16 for work. I didn't end up working where I wanted to, but I still had skin tone plugs in 9/16, and that's how I stretched up to 9/16 with silicone. Very bad. Well, I haven't really had a bad experience with silicone, but I've heard other people have. But anyway, that's how that went. And then I had 9/16 for a while. Um, I did use the taping method on 9/16. Like I said before, that's when I really started to learn more about stretching. I used Teflon tape or plumber's tape to stretch with 9/16. I got pissed off like halfway through because it just wasn't working, and I took it off, downsized back to 9/16, and then just like left it there. So that's how that went.